Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Donkey Kong 64. In this episode, we're going to continue our sloshing through grimy Gloomy Galleon. I am no Dr. Seuss, I'm sorry. But anyway, we've got a lot more stuff in this level we need to do, obviously. We're in the main area of the level now. I decided to forego the lighthouse for the time being. There are some more things we have to do there, but we're not going to be able to do those until a little bit later after we've unlocked some stuff in this area. Namely some banana warps that'll make our lives a lot easier. So we're going to go ahead and grab these bananas and jump into this on-guard box, because the first thing we want to do is our on-guard thing so that we can open up this level for the rest of the Kongs. Now, if any of you guys have played Majora's Mask, and I don't know if many of you have, but if any of you guys have, you know that in that game there is something in that game, a mechanic that has become known as dolphin jumping, where you basically have to jump up out of the water using your own momentum as you swim. As a Zora, I mean. And, well, this game has it too. You only have to use it once, though, and only in this area. But, it can be a little tricky to, try to do, because you only have to do it here, and you don't get any opportunity to practice except when you're actually trying to do it. But, you saw that star right up here in the water, above the water. What you have to do is you have to swim way deep down, turn around, and swim back up, and jump on guard through that star 3 times. And the point of all this is to open up a grating that'll allow us to access another area of this level. That's 2. This really isn't as hard as Majora's Mask's dolphin jumping, because obviously you have a much deeper area of water here to play with, so that you can literally swim straight down and then almost straight back up. And compared to Majora's Mask, that's nothing, where you only have a narrow little area of water to actually be able to do it in. And that opens up that area for us, which is actually the treasure cave, which is right here behind us, actually. Now, I'm going to want to swim around a little bit more and explore with Unguard, just to make sure that there isn't anything that I missed with him. Because there are a lot of areas in this level, like this here, and there's a pufferfish that blows itself up. There's a lot of little areas and coves and stuff in this area. There's actually 5 different areas of this one main area. So it's like branching paths in all sorts of different directions here. See, there's half of a sunken ship stuck in the water here. And see what I mean? That everything in this level kind of looks the same. Obviously, there are some landmarks that are different, like this big sunken ship here in the middle, that sunken ship that's stuck on its end over on the other side, that metal thing that was over there. Yet at the same time, it all somehow looks the same. Some coins for Diddy, I suppose, there. That's a clue, basically, saying, hey, guess what, genius? You're gonna have to come back here with Diddy. There's a starfish. That can't hurt me. There's this area back here, which is, I believe this is where Funky's is. It should be. He's almost right above us at this point. And then there's one more cove, I believe, that where Candy's is, where that seal ended up. Yeah, that's over here, I think. Yeah, right above that giant metal grate down there. Okay, so this is where we're going to want to end up, because there's some banana warps and things that we're going to want to open up here before we do anything else in this level, because there are some... I'm not going to introduce them to you in this video, I don't think, but in the next video, or however, whenever I decide to do it, I'm going to show you the most frustrating part of this level, and that's timed swimming. That's where you have to find a switch somewhere elsewhere in the level, then you have a certain amount of time to swim back to somewhere in this area, and, find, wherever it was that opened when you actually hit that switch. This pad here, this area right here, this is a perfect example of that. You have a music pad for every Kong, and, you know, each one activates a door. I believe it's on the ship in this main area over here. Yeah, over here. There's a door, I believe there's a door for each Kong in that. And, you have to unlock them by using the music pads, but then you have like 30 seconds to swim back to the this area, find the door that opened up, and then swim in. Which isn't hard until you realize that the entire ship looks the same, so it's impossible to tell where one area ends and the other begins. So, yeah, it's frustrating. Now there's three things that we have to do. This is another area where we have to do multiple Kongs, but it's also not as bad because there's a tag barrel right here at the bottom of these money stacks, so that we can get out your guns without using your sinking spring by just pressing up C to go into your first person mode. There's actually Donkey blueprint up here, which we're obviously Donkey can't get up here to collect it quite yet, but we're gonna unlock it and do that, needless to say. Now the other thing about this level is that this is probably the level with some of the worst frame rate drops in the game, just because of the amount of things that it's trying to render at once. I mean, obviously the draw distance, it shouldn't have to try to render all that, but like the area with the lighthouse, it's trying to render the lighthouse, the light that it's setting out, Snides, and the pirate ship all at once now, and the frame rate drops dramatically.
Welcome to bonus stage.
Alright, so it's time for Stealthy Snoop once again, and Solid Diddy. And it's a little glitch. It's the way that this, obviously, it's not actual light. They don't do it by line of sight. As long as you can stay out of the flashlight ring of light, you can just jump over the edges of it, and you know, it'll work. I don't know why I hit B there. I'm just gonna have to jump right back into the barrel. I are smart.
Welcome to bonus.
Yes, I know. Stealthy Snoop, sneak around, avoid their flashlights, and find the golden banana before the timer. Find the exit before the time runs out. Now this is one of those mini games that unless you know exactly where to go, it can be a bit of a trial and error. Especially the later ones, because you'll basically have time to try one path, and then you know, if it's not the right one, you're best served by getting yourself caught and then just coming back. Like, this is a three-way intersection. How are you supposed to know where to go? Well, I'm going to try going straight first, and if this isn't right, I'll just come back and go another way. Time providing. See, I still don't know if that's the right way or not, so I'm probably just going to end up doing the same thing a second time. This is what, one thing that this game does not do very well is its minigames. They can get very boring and monotonous, especially later on, as they just keep doing the same ones over and over. I think in the last level, it's they played the exact same minigame twice for 2 different golden bananas. Which, really, that's bad. If you have to resort to just using a bonus area for 2 of your collectibles in your last level, that's a sign that at that point you were just phoning it in the development stage. Come on. Okay, let's see, which way is it going to turn? Is it going to turn? Sneak by here. Yes, thank you. Okay, there's another intersection here, left or right. I'm going to go left. Nope, nothing here. I'm gonna go back and go right. I only have about 10 seconds left. And he got me. Now, I'm assuming that that's the right way, and that right was the way that I was supposed to go. So,
welcome to bonus stage.
You know, we're doing okay. We're not doing terrifically badly. It's just, you know, I hate to put you guys through this, doing the same thing over and over like this. Oh, that was dumb. See, that's the animation right there. You can see the Krem Guard talking into his walkie-talkie. That's the animation that they made
Welcome
when,
to bonus stage.
when you hear that sound, that crackling noise. That's what you know, the animation to the sound and everything. We can go around this way this time. See, there was a point in time where, with the help of my 2 strategy guides, I would be able to beat this first try because I know exactly where I need to go. You know, just take a left at this intersection, take a right here, go straight here, etc. Not anymore. I have long since both of those game guides have long been destroyed. I would assume that the Prima guide at least was of dubious quality. I know the Nintendo Power guide was good, but it wasn't great. It did have some 3D maps of where you could find all the bananas and stuff, which were really helpful. But they're still not, you know, exceptional game guides. I've seen much better game guides. There we go. Goal achieved. So yeah, those are basically just, you know, they get harder, but I think that's the second of maybe 3 times we have to play that in the entire game. And there's the other Banana Warp 4. That's how we get Donkey up here to get his blueprint, is to use the Banana Warp out in the main. Can't remember if it's the main area or on the lighthouse. Somewhere like that. There's a Banana Warp. Also, let me think. Who are the other 2 Kongs that need to do things out here? Lanky, you've got to climb this other tower. He has his baboon that he has to climb this tower with. And then Tiny has to do some stuff out here as well. So I think we'll just end up. That took a lot longer than it should have. So I think we'll just finish up this area, and then we'll start on the main area in the next part. If you can't tell, I'm basically dividing this level up into sections and then trying to knock out each section as I go, leaving the main area. Why did that happen? Leaving the main area for last. Because the main area is the one that takes the longest, because it has, like I said, all those areas that you actually have to come to with multiple Kongs, and that takes forever. That is a weird glitch. I don't think I've ever seen that before, where he just automatically deflates. I honestly, I don't understand that. Alright, climb up here. Grab his 65th golden banana. Lanky's actually made some really decent progress in this level already.
Welcome to
Searchlight
bonus
Seek.
stage.
This one's easy. Find and shoot all the claptraps. Press A to fire a melon. Easy peasy. The only thing is that the claptraps, they can move. The way that they move is just a little bit awkward to fire on them. You want to aim just a little bit ahead and to the side of wherever they're turning, and just hope that you guessed right as to which way they're going to turn when the melon hits. See, it's not hard. Even actually finding the claptraps in the darkness isn't that hard, because the bottom of the barrel where they're running around isn't very big. So, you know, just waving the control stick around in a circle a couple of times and you'll find it. That's one of the games that actually is another breather game for us as we get onto the later parts of the game, because they have us playing that a lot. And, you know, like I said, it's not all that hard, so it's really, you know, it's easy enough to be able to just finish it compared to games like Beaver Bother, which are a pain. I'm gonna go ahead and get Tiny out. I believe she has a banana barrel as well as something else she can do here, so I'm gonna want to climb up here with her. Let's see if I can hit that balloon with her from here. See, that's the hitbox right there. That was just bad. That's not a good hitbox. It's a platformer hitbox in a game that expects you to use a shooter in first person. So go ahead and shrink and come around here to the front of the treasure chest. We can grab those bananas on our way out. We don't need to get them now. Go ahead and come inside. This area actually has a unique song that isn't heard anywhere else in the game as far as I'm aware. And it's full of these giant, very, very toothy clams, each of which have inside them one of the mermaid's pearls. Remember, she said that the Kremlins had trapped them in a treasure chest? well, this is the treasure chest. And this is another area that's, even with Tiny shrinking, it's still much, much bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. If we were to come back to normal size, these clams would still be enormous. You know, they just expect us to accept that all of a sudden we're small enough that those right there are the size of normal banana coins. Which isn't true either, because there are actually some banana coins for Tiny on the floor of this area. I'll show you in a second, and they're still normal size. These clams can hurt you if they chomp down on you, or if you run into their teeth while they're chomping down. See, there's some banana coins down there. They're still normal size. You can't fool me. Yeah, see, their teeth are what damage you. You can swim into any other part of them, but if you get too close to their teeth when they're actually chomping down, they'll hurt you. They'll just take off a part of a melon. It's not that, you know, it's not that dangerous. But this is, for some reason, they decided to stick this great little track that isn't in any other part of the game.
Now that I've collected all these pearls, maybe I should go see the mermaid.
Yeah, duh. We know that, Tiny. You don't have to tell us. Go ahead and swim out. I'm not going to collect those coins. I don't need them, and I don't want to waste my time or yours. Go ahead and swim up and grab those bananas and miss them. Yeah, swimming in a 3D game is not fun. You know, obviously games like on the 3DS aren't going to have the same problems that this game had with depth perception, but it's still not great. You know, you basically have to just take sweeps and hope that you get everything on the first go. Which I'm making it look easy, but it's because I played this level way too much, and I know too much about how the mechanics and everything work. So, I know how to get things done. I know how to take care of business, as the song goes. There's a lanky balloon up there. But I'm going to leave that off until the next episode of Let's Play Donkey Kong 64! Where we get through more of Gloomy Galleon. This one's going to be a long one, folks. Later levels shouldn't take me this long. It's just that this one is, well, it's Gloomy Galleon. See you guys next time.